Hey crafty friend, it's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when in craft my world stands still. How cute is that Yorkie? I love a good Yorkie. I love a naughty Yorkie too. All the Yorkies. But I'm going to pull out from this paper pack from Pajama Crafter Stamps. This is the Spring Plaid 6x6. I'm also going to pull from some of the dies that I have from them as well and pull in lots of different colors, mostly teals and yellow and orange, to make a little birthday card. This little bundle of wishes layering die is going to be 3 little birthday candles for my little Yorkie turning 3, or for a little person who is turning 3, or for a 3rd anniversary. I go ahead and add happy birthday to the end of this card, so we're going to call it a happy birthday card. I used this stamp set from Pajama Crafter Stamps. This is the Mix and Match Celebration. If you are new to crafting, that is a great one to have because it has basically every kind of sentiment you might need. Then the Whoa Dang Yikes die, I'm going to pull in Whoa. That's my favorite one. I love a shadow die. You can see I have all of the shadow dies from Pajama Crafter Stamps here. Then, of course, I'm using the scalped circle die because I'm a little bit obsessed with it. And today I didn't use white. I know, crazy for me. Usually I have the circle die in white, but I used yellow. Then I love sparkle. So I'm pulling from my metallic medley from Pajama Crafter Stamps. Now they sell it in an 8-pack. You see I have way more than 8 here because I cut up some of the full sheets that they sell as well. I'm going to use the one that's called Disco Ball. So for behind my little Yorkie, I wanted to create my own little pattern. So I pulled from stamp sets or stamps that were in the stamp set My Best Friend stamps. This one has the 3 dogs on it. Especially noted is the Yorkie because he is so very cute. So whenever I do this, I grab my biggest stamp first and then I go in with the smaller stamps. Usually I use 3, but this time I just did 2 because the bones and the hearts were just so cute. Now my Yorkie is going to rest on the right side, so really that little area on the bottom, I don't need to color, and so I'm not going to. So that part will stay white as it is, but I did stamp the whole panel just because I wasn't sure how it was all going to play out. And I'll just show you the colors that I used for my Yorkie. If that is something that interests you, you can pause and grab them, and then the yellows and oranges there were for the candles, the tops of the candles. Now for the paw prints, I grabbed the same pinks that I used on the tongue for the Yorkie just to tie in the color palette all together and create kind of more of a seamless look. Now at the end, I think my yellows are not quite perfect, but that's okay. I think yellows play well together, so it's all good. And yellow and teal definitely has kind of that pop factor because blue and orange are complementary colors. And so teal and yellow are kind of off of each of those, and it kind of works well. Now for the bones, I'm just shading with a C2 Copic and just giving them a little shadow. Nothing fancy. Now I want the background to pop, so I went in with a lighter yellow, wasn't quite dark enough. Now I'm going in with the second yellow here. Apparently I didn't show the cap, so I'm sorry, but I did show it at the beginning there. It's the same yellow I used for the candles. There it is, Y08. Then I'm going to take the other end of my Copic marker, the brush side, and just go around each little item and finish off the background with a white gel pen and do little polka dots all over. I use number 10 because it's the thickest one that I have. Ta-da! All right, my card is not going to be a traditional size at all because I feel like you can do whatever you want in your craft room. And so I'm going to also do what I want. And I wanted a 4.5 or 4.25 card, but by 7, 4.25 by 7. I don't know if that's a real size of card, but that's what I ended up going with today. So I'm grabbing my scoring board here and I scored it at 1 inch at the top. This is going to be a bookbinding style card with a twist because I'm going to be cutting out part of the front of the card. It's going to look quite different than my usual cards, but I figured why not experiment and have fun? And of course, we're going to do it with the Yorkie because he's just so cute and he's a good boy. So shout out to the dog of the year. I think that's what they call it, from the dog show from Thanksgiving. It was the Chihuahua that won this year. Super cute. All right, for this panel, I want my big main panel and the bottom to float, if you will. So what I'm going to do is take my front here. This is just the front of my card. The back is over on the right. And I'm just going to trace out where this panel will rest. I didn't get this perfectly centered, but it is mostly straight, so it's okay. Now I'm going to take my little cutting board and move the blade just in the spot where I want it to cut. And it's actually going to create two little flaps. And then I'm going to take my little detail scissors and just trim out the side panels. Why am I doing this? Why not just glue the panels on? You might be asking. Well, I'll tell you. Because I want the inside of the card to be smooth and have one white back. So you could just glue them on, but I wanted that smooth look for the inside. So it's kind of a top folding, book binding, fun fold, floating panel card. Wow, that's a long title. We'll go with something different for the title of the video. All right, then to put on my two panels here, I just have them cut down to just some simple dimensions. I will have those dimensions listed in the description if you're super interested. Otherwise, just make your own thing, and that's fine too. At first, I put this main panel on, and I didn't like the look of the bottom panel covering up the main panel, so I gently removed that, and now I'm going to put the bottom panel on first and just line it up with the base of the card. Make sure it still opens. You don't want to glue your card together anyway, and then put this on top. Now, my vision for this card was to have this middle panel overlapping on the top and the bottom, although if I were to overlap it on the top, it would not open smoothly. So I just pushed it down and it's all good. There is my DIY patterned paper there, and then I get to assemble my candles. Now, this disco paper with the candles just puts them over the top on the sparkle spectrum. So I'm going to add this here, but just wait what it looks like with a cover die over it. It just gives a little touch of sparkle on each of the little openings, and it is so, so cute. I love any kind of special cardstock, and Pajama Crafters Stamps does have a lot of really great hidden gems. So I'm going to tell you about a few of the hidden gems as we move along through the video. But first of all, fantastic card bases. If you haven't grabbed their card bases and you hate making your own, I don't really like making my own, but the ones from Pajama Crafters Stamps are really good. And then they have great cardstock. So I talked about the glitter one. I talked about my pattern paper that I've been using on this card. But they also have these really stunning bejeweled paper packs. So it is a stunning blue navy, like a plum purple, and this emerald green. It's just so gorgeous. I'm going to pull those in the next couple cards of mine, not this one or the one after, but in January, and show you some of those beautiful regal tones. They are just so pretty, and honestly, I want to hoard them, but at the same time, I can't wait to use them because they're so gorgeous. But my favorite cardstock of all is the Disco Ball cardstock or the Diamond Plate cardstock. It looks like a mechanic, I don't even know what to call it, but it looks very mechanical, we'll just say. And it is nothing like I've ever had in my craft room before. So I really love the look of that. So like I said, I will link down below a link to the Pajama Crafters Stamps paper. They have fantastic pattern paper as well. If you haven't checked them out right now on the website, I think they have about 16 packs, and they're all extremely reasonable, double-sided, perfect for fun folds, and all sorts of goodies. Now you're going to see here, I wrapped this green around the ribbon, and I thought it was going to be so fantastic, but I ended up hating it, so I pulled it off. And then I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to just hold my little bow on as the glue sets. Like a third hand. We love our reverse tweezers. So fantastic. All right, now I'm going to grab some fun embellishments from my stash. These are from Pajama Crafters Stamps. I think they're called Mi Amor, and they have really sweet little hearts. So I'm going to be fussy and pick out just the white ones. And this will be more of a fun texture for my little pattern paper that I created. And I'm also going to pull out some paw print embellishments from my stash, and I'm going to line them up on the sides of the card. And that will finish off this card here today. So let me know what you think about this one in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion, and let me know if you would ever make a kind of card like this style, this size, with the cutout shapes. Is this something that you would try, or am I banana pancakes goofy? I don't know, but I think it's fun. And I like trying new things, so why not, you know? I'm going to put those back in for another project. I really do like that embellishment pack. It has little hearts and flowers in it. It's just so cute. And I think I'll be pulling for that one for some Valentine's Day projects coming up. Oh, look how cute it is. I love the little paw prints on the back. They work well with the whole dog theme. But here's what it looks like standing up like that. I'll show some pretty pictures at the end so you can see a front-on view of it. But it is just kind of a fun little whoa, happy birthday doggy card. There's that clean look in the inside of the card as well. Well, thank you so much for watching, Crafty Friend, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.